The company is going to receive a purchase order from the customer saying that they need a product of so many quantities. So this purchase order will be converted into a sales order by the internal sales team. So this sales order will be pushed to the manufacturing plant where the actual manufacturing of the product takes place. So now the manufacturing has been completed and now the stock has been replenished in the plant. So now among these stocks, how can we differentiate uh, which stock should go to which customer? So let's say we have multiple sales orders at the same time where the manufacturing is going on. So now how are we going to differentiate these stocks based on these sales orders, right? So in case of a make to stock scenario, we cannot actually differentiate the stocks between the customers. So now this is going to create a confusion between the warehouse department or the inventory team, like to which customer has to be prioritized the first and which stock belongs to them. So now how are we going to deal this situation in SAP? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing good. So today in this video, we're going to discuss about the make to order scenario in SAP. So here, the first document that is going to be the purchase order that we receive from the customer, and based on this purchase order a sales order will be created in SAP. So this sales order holds the reference or the details of the purchase order which was sent by the customer. So this sales order is going to drive the entire procurement and the production process throughout the product manufacturing cycle. So once we have the sales order created, this acts as a demand for us in the plant. So then the next step is to execute MRP so that the MRP is going to create automatic proposals for the materials. So it depends on the procurement type of the material. In case of an externally procured item, it would be a purchase requisition, and in case of an in-house manufactured item, it would be a planned order. So this depends on basically the nature of the material, right? So now the procurement proposals are created, and the next step is the conversion of the purchase requisitions into purchase orders, and then the procurement process is going to be initiated. And after that, once we have the stock replenished into in the plant, I mean to say for the raw materials and the packaging materials, so now we are good to start the manufacturing process. So the planned orders will be converted into process orders or the production orders. So depending on the scenario, I mean to say if it is a pharma company or a food-based company, it is going to have a process order. Or in case of a discrete manufacturing process, we will be having the production orders created. So now the production order or the process order has been released for execution to the shop floor, where in which the raw materials will be consumed by the order, and then the finished product will be manufactured and sent to the quarantine location. Of these manufactured items should be moved to unrestricted use based on the quality checks and the characteristics that they have evaluated, and then he is going to decide that the accepted quantity is going can be shipped to the customer, and the defected parts will be moved back to the block stock or the rework location where in which the rework activities can take place. So once we have the stock available on hand, so the next step is to perform the delivery, which will be followed by the billing, and we are going to perform the invoicing for the suppliers where we have procured the raw materials and the packaging materials. So now in the overall process, right? So the sales order it plays the major role in controlling each of these elements. So now these customer orders, once they are created, so in the background, the automatic calculation of shortages will happen when we execute MRP. So all these here are the background steps. So let me just explain that. So here we do have the automatic calculation of the shortages for the raw materials or the packaging materials. And then while calculating the procurement proposals, like we discussed, it is based on the procurement type of the material. And during the conversion process of the purchase requisition into a purchase order, so we do follow the approval process for the firm receipts, which are the purchase orders or the process orders. So now here, once the purchase orders have been created, so we have the ability in the system to communicate with the suppliers electronically by sending emails directly from the SAP system. And once we have the stock received into the storage location, I mean to say it can be a finished product or it can be a raw material. So the quality inspection is going to take place after the replenishment of the stocks. So now the sales order is going to read the customer purchase order every time, right? Since it has been tagged inside the sales order, like the purchase order number that the customer has provided us is going to be fed in SAP in this particular sales order. So everything like the MRP is going to be executed based on the purchase order that we receive from the customer, so which is nothing but the sales order. And then the procurement proposals will also tag the sales order through which the demand has been generated. So all these elements are going to look at the sales orders that has the customer purchase order, right? So when we are buying something, a raw material or a packaging material, so that would be referenced always with the sales order through which the demand has been uh, created. So this creates a kind of an account assignment between the sales order and the purchase order or the production order, so that the availability of or the traceability of the customer at each stage is made possible with this make to order scenario. So whenever we are going to manufacture or release the production order or a process order, so there we are going to see an account assignment of this particular sales order. So we clearly know to which customer are we actually manufacturing this particular material. And similarly, once the material has been moved to the quarantine location or the storage location, so there itself we have the reference of the sales order or the customer order, right? So this stock will not be moved directly to the plant stock. Instead, it will always sit in the customer stock. So this stock that we see here or that we have manufactured is clearly visible in the MMB when you open it for the material, that we see the sales order number at each stage, right? So that clearly tells us that this is the customer order and this is the stock that is actually lying for it. So it creates us an ease to choose the items that we have to ship to the customer, right? So everything is hard linked or hard pegged to the sales order during the complete manufacturing and the procurement process in the make to order scenario in SAP. So these are few intermediate activities that happens during this make to order process. So during the sales order creation, we do have the available to promise that will be executed in the background, wherein which the system is going to read the total replenishment lead time for the material to be manufactured and be placed in the stock. So based on this, the sales team can promise the customer that this is the date on which we can actually ship the material to you. And similarly, the system is also going to confirm the schedule lines. So let's say a customer has asked to uh, provide the material by 1st of March. So now based on the replenishment lead time for the product, we cannot actually deliver it by 1st of March, but we can do it by 10th of March. So that date will be confirmed in the schedule lines of the sales order. So this will be the date. Uh, I mean to say the 10th of March will be the actual date by which the material can be shipped to the customer. So now during the MRP run, there are again two methods like we have discussed in our previous videos. One is the background jobs, which will be automated through few scheduled uh, methods, like on a daily basis or a weekly basis. And then the other method is with the manual execution of MRP by the end user. And for the procurement proposals, like we discussed, based on the procurement type, so system is going to propose as whether it's going to be a planned order or a purchase requisition. So now, during the conversion process or during the execution of the purchase orders, so now the purchase department can evaluate the vendors based on the price or the quality score. So each of the vendor who has actually supplied the raw materials in the past, based on the quality checks, will have a particular score being generated by the SAP during or while calculating the characteristics in the quality inspection. So every time you mark a usage decision in the quality inspection at the time of the usage decision, so then the system is going to generate a score for that particular supplier. So based on the score and the price the supplier is going to provide us, the purchase team has the ability to choose which supplier has to be selected to provide those raw materials or the packaging materials. And then we have the approval process by releasing or approving the purchase orders by a subsequent hierarchy of management. So now here in the quality checks, we have three typical categories. One is the incoming inspection. So this will be applicable for the materials which are actually supplied by the external sources or the suppliers for the raw materials and the packaging materials. And the second one is the in-process inspection, where the quality checks will be performed periodically or eventually based on some time or the frequency to check how the production is actually happening. Is it according to the sequence of operations or is it according to the characteristics that were actually predefined? So it's a kind of an ongoing inspection during the production process. And next we have the post production, wherein which uh, once the production order has been completely manufactured and the goods receipt is done and the stock has been moved into the quarantine location, so then the post production inspection will trigger with the 04 inspection lots. So for the incoming inspection, we do have the inspection lot or the inspection type with 01. And then for the in process, we have the inspection type as 03. And for post production, we have the inspection type as 04. And now at the delivery creation process, we also can have the pre-dispatch inspection where the final check on the product, including the packaging, can be evaluated by the quality department. And then they're going to give a green signal saying that the product is ready for shipment and it can be moved out of the plant to the customer location. So that's about the make to order scenario, guys. And if you have any questions, please do post them in my comments. Thank you all for your time today. So let's meet again in our next video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.